There we
And
go.
and my observer comes out right when he has no energy anymore anyway, so.
Well, you did mop up the benches. You did lose the forge. I would actually not have put the forge there due to the trouble you had moving those units back there. Probably would have dropped it inside the main here, but that's me. And we do see Terran turtling up pretty hard. He's got a nice force of Marauders and Marines here. That would be very potent if he decided to push right now.
If he wanted to push right now, he could do some pretty good damage.
You'd be in quite a bit of trouble.
That's why you always want to be scouting, even if it's a sacrificial medevac or something. Always scouting and do a unit count, and then if you know you have a bigger army, it's always good to do a push. You don't always want to just do a push just to kill. It's always good just to damage a little bit. So, and I am getting the Robo Bay down and the Twilight Council. So
we are seeing the Robo. We are going to see some Colossus here.
And 3 gateways going on at the same time. So I'm just money dumping right now.
Macroing up pretty hard here.
Getting Blink.
Blink research coming out. That Immortal's almost done, as well as the robotics facility. We see you have taken this Zelnaga tower, which I agree with. It's always have a tower. It provides you so much more info. You'd be amazed at how much more you can prepare for your opponent if you have just one of these towers.
Exactly, and it gives you way more security for your base. So getting the missile turret up blindly, I don't have any air units or stealth, and so it's pretty much useless getting that, unless he was trying to deny any observers, but
that is a possibility. I hate it when, as Terran, I hate it when I can see this little blip moving into my base, and I know it's an observer, and I can't do anything.
And you don't want to use scan on it.
We do see this Reaper moving out, looking for possible expos. He knows you have an expo at your natural, which has basically forced him to do the same thing, but he has not scouted this expo you're taking at your third here.
Let's see. No, he has no idea. And if you look at the base,
here.
This is what my base looks like. If you look at the main, and this is what he sees of it. So pretty much nothing. He doesn't see anything.
He doesn't have a whole lot of scouting information of Gent's base here. But then again, on the other hand, you don't know a whole lot about what he has. Obviously, you know he has Banshee tech, since that's what he hits you with. So you can assume he has tank tech as well.
And here comes a push, getting good shots with his tank. I just needed to use good force fields and good guardian shields right here to actually take out this army, because he has a higher army count than me. But it looks like I'm not doing any force fields.
Those
even
Marines
though
are getting melted pretty
looks
well.
like all my sentries are pretty much full energy. Oh, there's some force fields going.
Knocks out a handful of Marines here. But with that many Marauders, those Stalkers are not going to have a happy day.
And it seems like I wasn't macroing that properly, so he's going to come on top, so I'm just going to pull back, it looks like.
Those medevacs are such a game changer for Terran as well, because they can stim without any adverse effect. We do see some more reinforcements coming out from Gent. Looks like he's just going to sit here at the bottom of the ramp. I don't know if I agree with sitting right here at the bottom, because it gives him kind of a siege line. He can really take advantage of you right here at the top.
Yeah.
I would sit closer to this Vespene, guys. You can still scout if he moves anything out. Do have a Colossus on the field, though. Does he have thermal lances at this point? It does not look like it.
I do
have
not.
the +1 upgrade.
Oh, I do have a thermal lance. I do have the 9 range. So I did get thermal lance.
Which is definitely going to make this attack much more potent. Against Marauders, though, I don't know if it's agreeable.
Alright, and I'm getting the level
Knocked
1
out
armor.
A tank.
Oh, knocked out the Colossus. I'm getting level 1 armor. He's getting his Hunter Seeker missile. So
Plus,
maybe we'll see some play with that.
I would have to, gotta break off here. There's too many Marauders.
And I just did an offensive blink right there and just lost about 5 stalkers, which is big.
That was a big. You did manage to knock out his tank line, which is a major flaw in Terran's, especially with those Colossus. He needs those tanks to support. Marauders do fairly well against Colossus, but with Stalker and Immortal support, those Colossus are going to rip everything apart. We do see the third for Gent well saturated. Looks like he is repopulating his army very quickly here. He's got a lot of gateways. I would actually, instead of having 6 gateways, would it be possible to have 5 gateways and another robo?
Yeah, that would work. And now that I'm on 3 bases, I could have just put up another robo and two more gateways. So, but I usually like to go 5 gateways on 2 bases. It seems to be more. It seems to be better for your economy. I'm kind of struggling with the minerals and the gas, as you can see.
No, this is you might be struggling, but if you're struggling, Flay is outright failing his managing his macro here. He's got sitting on 3,000 minerals. He's either got to build another racks,
build another. He's only working off what, 2 racks right now. I
two
believe?
racks and factory and starport at the moment.
He should have at least 5 or 6 up, I would think. And
Racks? I think that's a lot.
Maybe
against
I don't play
Protoss,
Terrence, so I'm just throwing
I
numbers out
wouldn't
there.
push more than. It's kind of like a tree. You can't have the tip of your tree bigger than the base. So 3 or 4 racks maybe, and then 1 or 2 factory and starport. But you never want to have more factories and starports than you have racks. Otherwise, your army becomes unbalanced, and it's very easy to pick it off.
He should expand. He can afford a lot of expansion right now.
We do see a 3rd expansion actually coming down, and look at this. Look, they're right next to each other, and they do not know it.
Do not see each other at all. And my food supply is 117. His is 94. So
he's not doing a very good job on repopulating either. We do see these Colossus are a little bit out of position. We want to get those guys. Very good choice knocking down these rocks. Opens up for another avenue of attack here. But we see another push, obviously coming from Gent. Waiting for these reinforcements, maybe.
Oh, and there's my observer. My
level Reaper.
level 2 weapons is almost complete. I don't know if I wait for that or if I just go for it. We will see right here.
And level 2 weapons are done. Nope, never mind.
Are done in just a second.
5 seconds. That tank was awesome. Excellent snipe on that tank.
Getting that observer on the high ground so I can take out what's up there.
Yeah. These Marines are all going to melt. Very nice surround. Done very well.
Again, I don't agree with that offensive blink, but it seems to be working
It worked
in his
very
case,
well.
So.
It gave you an opportunity to surround your opponent so
And I'm doing
well.
some defensive blink. I did a couple, but I guess...
At this point, it hardly even matters. Because your army supply is so much greater, and those Colossi are going to melt everything.
And you can see my production tab doing nothing. Oh, except for 6 stalkers. Pretty much my macro is slipping right here. So
suicidal Marines, SCVs here. I don't know what they hoped on doing.
I believe his main is all mined out, so he has... I don't know what he's going to do.
There he goes. He just leaves the game. A lot of lazy SCVs. If you ask me, they should have been down here already. And
I think once the game turned into a macro game, he could have just expanded. He should want to have more expansions than me, so he should have expanded a couple times.
With these
saturated those.
With these like super supply depots, basically, I would say he wasn't managing his supply count very well either. So and
you can see.
Look at all this energy.
Just right there, I can see 3 super supply depots.
So overall, I think Flay, just as a word of advice, if he ever watches this video, focus on your macro for the next little bit. I wouldn't focus about army size as much, or composition, or early harassment as much as keeping your minerals low. I think that was your biggest fail point in this video.
All those minerals, if all those minerals were spent on units, that would have been a scary army. That would have been huge.
It would have been very difficult for Gent to hold that. Well, thank you. This is Phobos.
And this is Gent.
Joining us for our second dual commentary. If you have some of your own gameplay, send it to
BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com.
Anyway, thanks for joining us again, and hopefully we'll catch you later.
Peace out.